In offensive and defense, each week, once you've made your game plan, choose to start training. Meeting your season goal comes with higher reward. Start your week by installing your game plan. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. You have great browse available players to improve your team.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, Matt Prater. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So the offseason questions, they have been answered. The biggest one, who will be at quarterback for the Bears in week 1? That answer, Nick Foles. Here he comes.
And we finally have the answer to one of the biggest battles of training camp. Was it going to be Mitchell Trubisky, the incumbent, or the newly acquired Nick Foles? And Nick Foles trots out to be the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. The head coach, Matt Nagy, had said there wouldn't be a competition, and he was right. Nick Foles seized it and ran with it, and now he leads the Chicago Bears.
On second down now, it's Patterson. And a loose ball. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by the second quarterback chosen back in April from Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed. And that's what they got.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. He'll let this go deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Henry Ruggs with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Nick Foles ready for the next drive, leads out the Bears. He does have the one interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1?
Every single time.
To throw again on second down. Foles. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Here's Foles. Now again, Foles loses the football. It's out. And the Lions have recovered. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Henry Ruggs making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. We remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium, and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High.
At the 23-yard line.
So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. Past midfield. He's at the 30. Jamal Agnew. And he will score. People still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Taken in the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
14.
on second down. Tua going deep here for Bryant. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 34 yards that time. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the
board.
Do
me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
But now it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee Wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the service tablets.
Now Foles loses the football. It's out. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Nick Foles sacked.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But
he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways. To knock it free.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Tua going to throw. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
4 yards
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Loses the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Lions have recovered.
well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target.
And that'll bring up second down.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit.
Henry Ruggs.
Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
The Bears ball carrier.
The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
6-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
on second down. It's Patterson. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 37. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Fighting ahead at the 15. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 7-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Lions add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
Man, it's Patterson complete. And it's a fumble. And the Lions have recovered.
kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called...